Virgo, two things. Either you don't like somebody touching your stuff, even if this is somebody close to you. It's like, oh no, don't touch that. No, just leave it alone, or whatever the case may be. And or either you're poking a hole in somebody's story, or somebody's poking a hole in yours. All right, who's poking the hole? Somebody also could be poking the bear. There could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces that's definitely poking a hole in your story. Confirm, is it you? If it's not you, it could be a Gemini, but it popped out twice, so it definitely could be you. Okay, so just be careful when it comes to paying into something, or just like, okay, well, I'm just trying to learn how to move forward, or I'm just focusing on moving forward. Because somebody may send a message to an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Libra, a Scorpio. And they're like, okay, well, I just want you to investigate what this person is doing, or just keep your head down when it comes to this person's high standards or what they're trying to do repetitively. Somebody may send a message to you or about you. All right, let's move forward. Let's start about this relationship. Is it going to work with the Sagittarius? The sex is going to be good. Somebody's going to be in and out of some type of happiness, some type of clarity, some type of positivity. So long term, no. But I feel like it's going to give you some type of new start, some type of new plan. You may end up disappointed. Who's disappointed? Is this you? Okay, so yeah, you're going to be disappointed. Maybe right now you're curious because you know that there's an age difference. And you think, okay, well, I can embrace this person as if they're not with this age difference or whatever the case may be. And so that way they can be have some type of confidence, and any type of disappointment, we'll just walk away. If people have to see the bigger picture, we'll invest in a new start. You feel like this will bring some type of happiness or positivity. But you don't see that this person is in and out of another person. And or in and out of trying to figure out how they can be supportive, and or how they can balance their own emotions for themselves. They're going through a turning point and or a life cycle, which is common for their age or just them being wherever they are. There also could be some type of change. This could be regarding someone who's already married, a brother, a sibling, a best friend, whoever this is. This could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, an Aquarius, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Leo. This person could already have a child. Maybe they have more than one child. They can have up to 3, but they have at least one child. They could be going through a cycle, and they could be feeling, okay, well, I'm happy that I have some clarity that I know I invested in the situation, or I know what's coming back to me. You could be friends with whoever they invested in, but then you may get some type of message, and somebody's going to be confident that, like, okay, well, there's some type of sudden change, and I'm walking away. All of a sudden, somebody's in their head about some type of betrayal, some type of collapse, or what's going on. And they may say something too quickly. To who? This definitely could be a Pisces. And they may say something too quickly to you. Because they feel, okay, well, it seems like you have some type of good hope, or you're feeling good about who you are in your structure. You're able to find some type of peace and or move forward. But they feel, okay, well, now there's type of deception or something that they want you to talk about. Because they've been competing with you. Yeah, they have. You didn't even know that somebody in your family was competing with you. And you're going to be conflicted because now you feel, okay, well, damn, you thought somebody was able to either do something the right way, and or they would be able to keep some type of secrets and just accept the situation and move on. But it seems like now they're trying to get back to say something to you, or they're trying to figure out, okay, well, how are you going to be able to heal a child or stabilize when you have some type of betrayal, and all of a sudden you're going to be disappointed in somebody else that has a kid because they were trying to embrace someone a long time ago, and that changed, and now you're going to have type of clarity that this other man who's around is going to be happy to be sleeping with someone else that you gave up and walked away from. I don't know. Put yourself where you are in the story. So you're going to have to adapt to a whole lot of conflict and bullshit. And so I don't think it's going to work with this person. How do they feel about this, making this work, this age difference? They feel like it's going to be a no as well. They could be trying to maintain control right now, so they're actually avoiding something. So at the point in time that you're like, okay, well, I'm trying to embrace something long term, they're going to say no. But they're just able to have fun. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you just want to be able to celebrate me, or you want to be able to call or have a good time whenever we want to work together, whatever, sure. But when it comes to actually persevering, they're going to actually avoid that 110%. They feel like it's not really a good decision. Somebody already has some type of boundaries because they feel like, okay, well, I know I look good or there's somebody else around. And they just want to be able to be sensitive to people or just kind of flirt. See who's available. Somebody's not trying to play the long game. Okay? So make sure you're not forcing to bring them around your family or just people around you in general, because you may not like the response from them and then they may not stay around either. All right, let's go on to your second question. Is the right person for now? Is this the right person for now? A person that you're dealing with? Yes. But you're going to have to figure out how to... Oh, no. Can you? No. Okay. I ain't even going to lie to you. No, this is not the right person. I was going to say give it to Capricorn season, but the more that you work with this person, the more you're going to be determined to make something work or be focused to take some type of action, and then you're going to be heartbroken once there's some type of challenge. Once there's a lot of challenges. So, no, this is not the right person. You may not meet somebody else right now. You actually may feel the weight of some type of energy or something that you need to go after or something that you feel like is important for you at this point in time. So this may actually change your perspective. But this is release you from being toxic and or fixated on people that just have many desires. It just feels like, okay, well, this is just for a good time, a moment of time, a short time. You know, let me separate myself and then kind of move forward. You could also want to be trying to get somebody's attention. Maybe you see somebody at work or somebody's going to get your attention at work. This could be a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Sagittarius, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Libra, a Pisces, a Leo. Either you're trying to get their attention specifically at work, or they're trying to get yours. And maybe you think, okay, well, I can just work towards moving forward towards this person, even if they're carrying a lot of weight, or even if they got some type of boundary up. You feel like at some point in time that either somebody's going to feel like they don't have a choice, or somebody's not going to care about making a choice, and they're going to respond back to you when it comes to some type of offer. Somebody's already released some type of desire when it comes to this. Somebody feels like you're separating yourself from someone. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to withdraw and or have to go into a situation that I just walked away from. There also could be a sibling of yours and or theirs that they're trying to figure out, okay, well, are they disappointed? Are they reconciling? Is there an unexpected pregnancy? Somebody could be trying to figure out what's going on with the sibling. And or somebody that they were going to marry. If the woman is not pregnant, it's like, okay, well, something about between the 16th and the 17th, it could be important. 7 to 8 months, 7 to 8 weeks. Somebody could be like, okay, well, I'm not sure if I'm being selfish or if I'm going to have to depend on others, but I am trying to heal a situation. I'm just kind of disappointed in this offer, how things are going. They feel like things are going to have to pick up very quickly. They're going to have to make a decision. And they're carrying the weight of having to move forward and collaborate. I don't know what that has to do with you. All right, let's move forward. You could be ignoring some calls, or somebody could be ignoring your call on purpose. You gave me 3 questions. I'll go ahead and give you a third one just because I'm a little late. Somebody could be late on their cycle. Who's going to be late on their cycle? There could be a Scorpio that's late on their cycle. There could be a Capricorn, an Aries, a Taurus, a Sagittarius. This is a feminine, of course. All right. Is somebody else coming into your life? Once you conform, once you have some type of tradition, yes. But I think you're going to conform to being single for a while. You're going to hit some type of personal celebration. There could also be something that you don't really want to talk about to other people. There could be an Aries or a Scorpio. And maybe somebody's already married, and or you just know one of these people, maybe even a Taurus. Initially, you wanted their social approval, and or you feel like they had some type of social approval. There's about to be some type of home conflict within them. Somebody's overwhelmed by their choices and or their emotions, and they're going to end up adapting. So you may start to see marriage a little bit different, and or say, okay, well, you know what? You can explore something a little bit different being single. So, yeah, you will meet somebody. It just won't be immediately. Something about March could be important. Or May. I'm going to say May. Something about a Gemini could also be important. Honey, may I? I don't know what that means. All right, let's go into your topics. Let's start with who? Let's see. Between now and the end of the year, who loves you, Virgo? This could be someone that you feel like is compassionate and nurturing. You could have known them for a while. Maybe you've seen them in different phases. You also could know someone. It's like, okay, well, they just kind of go by the high life. They don't really go to church, or they don't really do anything for themselves. You can know a mechanic that loves you. This could be someone that is platonic, someone that's in your family, or just somebody that's around. You also have somebody who's very much refined and old. They have type of old money, or they could be pretty much old school. They like to be compassionate towards you from time to time. They like to curse, or I don't know if they smoke or they drink or whatever the case may be. This could be somebody that's older than you. They could definitely be in their 50s, 52 and up, 42 to 52 and up. There also could be somebody who likes to travel. This could be like a travel blogger. I don't know if this is a friend or just somebody that you know that likes to record certain things. They have love for you as well. Someone who's nerdy, successful, someone that you would consider a geek and sometimes boring. All right, let's see. Let's get their signs. Who's this person that got out money that loves you? This could be someone that you went to school with, someone that's taught you things. This could be a grandparent, a parent, a coach. Someone that you feel like has helped you conform to who you are and or how you see your own value, your own independence. It's like, okay, well, some things were hard or some things that you just had to figure out, but you starting to see the value in this. Someone is happy to see how you're able to sustain something for yourself. It's like, okay, well, great. You have some type of system. You have some type of guidance and some type of knowledge of how to get things done based off of your structure and or your leadership. Somebody feels like you're very intelligent. All right, who's the person that's compassionate and nurturing? This could be a water sign and or an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Somebody could have pets. Maybe if not more than one. Maybe they used to have a pet. They could be thrown off right now. There's something about them that's feeling a little lost and or they could be a little conceited. There's type of hidden agenda when it comes to this marriage, whether you have it and or they do. It's like, okay, well, if you guys conform, yes, there's going to be some type of battle for you guys to get through. But at the same time, it's like, you know who they are. You're fixated on who they are. Or you're fixated on just being able to relax. Or they are. So just be careful when it comes to that. Somebody could be fixated on sleeping with you, especially in Leo season. Figuring out who you're sleeping with. Okay, who's the person that you feel like will cut somebody out or just kind of show up for you? This could be a Leo, a Capricorn, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Or this is how they see you. Somebody could be like, okay, well, yes, we have relationships or we have a friendship or whatever this is. And from time to time, we're in and out of something that's toxic or we're in and out of phases or whatever the case may be. But somebody feels like, okay, well, it's like some type of time for y'all to relax or kind of retreat and figure out how you're going to move on. There could be a situation or conversation that you're avoiding or that y'all both are avoiding about a betrayal and how you were fixated on sleeping with somebody. Or how it was toxic to be in and out of this type of perspective. You could have been sleeping with a Leo, a Taurus. And somebody's recognizing, like, it's like, okay, well, what about this other person who's being a leader? It seems like, yeah, they're in and out of something that's toxic, but it seems like they are able to kind of do something in solitude. They're able to recover and move forward when it comes to their stability. And somebody could be trying to give you some type of gentle compassion and or just kind of be like, okay, well, I'm not sure if we should strengthen some type of lies or if we should continue to be sneaky regarding somebody that y'all both are watching. There could be a Gemini, a Cancer, and or a Capricorn around. And maybe initially they were super bitter and or focusing on being at the rock bottom with you or making you hit some type of defeat. And then they feel, okay, well, you know what? Actually, I'm going to focus. I'm going to let you be enthusiastic and gratitude for your life. Somebody's starting to balance something out and be resourceful. So even if they used to cuss you out, or even if they used to like get angry or whatever this is, somebody's gonna think, okay, well, you're having the able mind to choose. You have some type of resource, or you have relationships that will help you balance something out. So they're going to adapt to when it comes to a situation. They're about to let go of some type of regret of how something ended and or how something hit rock bottom. This could be related to their school. It's like, oh, I never finished school. This could be related to their job. Oh, I lost my job. Oh, I lost my home. I lost my car. Whatever this is that's planted the seed in their head, it's like, okay, well, damn, at any point in time, I got to walk away. They're about to choose that they have some type of balance. They are. And they're about to hit some type of milestone for it. Either them or you. All right. So you do got people around you that loves you. Let's move on. Let's see who's against you. Let's get a little bit more specific. Who's against you between now and Capricorn season? I don't know why I didn't say the end of the year. So now in Capricorn season, who's against you, Virgo? This could be someone with the initial X and or someone of your past. This could be initial O, a new Virgo, and or a karmic Aquarius. All right, let's see why. Why is this Aquarius against you? You took an opportunity from them. They feel like you blindsided them, or there was something that they wanted that they feel like you have. They thought that you were going to be able to protect this. You were going to be the person that shield someone and or survive the situation. And now it feels like, okay, well, no, actually, you just trapped somebody. You just tempted them or fulfilled type of desires. And or they're going to try to do this to you because they're the karmic Aquarius. Somebody could be trying to side door your protection and or just something that you're doing by yourself. So that way you can end up in some type of trap and or they can publicize something and that'll make you feel embarrassed. Somehow, some way. But it seems like you're having some type of good time, or a fire sign season, if not this season or the next one, could be really good for you to where you're able to unplug or you're going to completely disconnect from this person. Somebody also could have taken the opportunity and say, okay, well, let me try to do something a little different. Let me see if I can create some type of boundary and see if you'll end up falling into some type of manipulation, or let's see if you'll fall heavy on the boundary. Somebody wanted to figure out if you'll fall into some type of domino effect or you'll fall in line to what they wanted. But you got very much still and quiet. They're an enemy. Okay. Let's see. What is this enemy on the basis of? Why do they hate you so much? Besides the fact that they're karmic. Because they feel like you rebelled them. You walked away. This is definitely an Aquarius. For sure. And there go they sign. This is definitely an Aquarius. There's some type of warning when it comes to them, and they popped out again. And or a Pisces. Somehow it could be connected to a Pisces. Maybe they feel, okay, well, you rebelled some type of idea, and you had some type of warning, or you seen some type of signs, or you walked away from something. They were trying to give you the idea that they could be some type of friend to you and or help you influence a situation. But you already had some type of either sense, or you had some type of intuition or some type of knowledge. It's like, okay, well, whatever this friendship is, you need to put your defenses up to it 110%. You got some type of information that you can trust based off of somebody that you know is balanced and or do things by some type of order. So you were able to escape some type of drama, and they don't like it. Somebody was trying to escape the situation and or get you to escape something. It's like, okay, well, I know you got to do this by a certain type of day and a certain type of way, but let's just go outside this guidelines. Let's just do this. And it's like, yeah, actually, no. And you're going to have to stick to it. All right, the initial O. Why are they an enemy to you, Virgo? You may not have met them. Yeah, and I was going to say, you may have not met them. You could be meeting them in a few days. Somebody could feel like, okay, well, they're fulfilled. They have everything that they need. And then all of a sudden, there's some type of situation that makes them feel like they have to go quiet. They have to surrender a situation. So somebody could just be having a bad day. This absolutely has nothing to do with you. Especially if you're going through some type of sickness, some type of illness, or even if this is like a sore throat, a toothache, ear infection, I don't know. There could be just something that's a little off when it comes to your body. It's like, okay, well, you know what? Let me just kind of give into this and just figure out what I can surrender to. Just kind of go quiet. Let's figure out how you can get out of some type of hassle and or a problem. But there could be a Cancer and or somebody that's coming around you. This also could be a Scorpio. And they could end up trying to either change something or talk about a situation. And so within a few weeks, it seems like there's going to be some type of turning point to some type of baggage, betrayal, and or some type of heavy burdens. Based off of Pisces and Aquarius, heavy on the Pisces. Okay, so watch out for this initial O, whoever this is, first one or last, or nickname. Somebody, again, is going through some type of toxic situation. They're fearing some type of burden. They feel, okay, well, I'm under a time frame. I only have a few weeks. Something is a hassle. And I thought that you was going to help me surrender something or de-escalate the situation. Even if you're sick, you shouldn't go silent, or you should give me a few days, or you should have been able to warn me. Somebody could be trying to project something onto you based off of their own situation. All right, this initial X. If this is your ex, what sign are they? This could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, so somebody wants to be told yes, and or maybe they thought you was going to say yes. They thought that you was going to get somebody else to say yes, or whatever the case may be. Something about you talking to an Aries, a Taurus, heavy on the Aries for sure, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, Aquarius, a Scorpio, or a Taurus. You could have been trying to talk to someone about changing some type of direction. And somebody's like, okay, well, you know what? I don't really want to find fault in the situation. I don't really want to talk about something being abusive because I feel like there's some type of attraction here, or somebody is still able to either seduce other people and or they feel like, okay, well, I just have some type of factor that I'm able to allure, and I don't want to be selfish by doing so, by disconnecting. So this water sign could be coming towards you or has some type of anger because they thought, okay, well, yes, you were supposed to be able to change some type of direction, or you were supposed to give somebody some type of choice and or crisis. But now they can't be humiliated. Now they can't go through some type of issue, or they don't have to endure something when it comes to relationships. Somebody also could be, is this a sickness? This could be somebody that you end up marrying, and or somebody could be dealing with a Leo. And Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe they're already married. Somebody, because I was thinking of sickness and health. So, my condolences if one of these people end up passing. Ugh. That actually feels good. My condolences if somebody ends up passing. Somebody could be married and they're in and out of trying to figure out, okay, well, how can we get things done? How can we still be confident or just kind of date and explore the way to make sure our wishes are fulfilled? There could be some type of decision that's made, or somebody's deciding like, okay, well, we need to make sure that we can do something perfectly, and then there's some type of either financial issue. Somebody could have a heart attack. Somebody could just pass out. I don't know. There could be something that happened to somebody's wife or husband. Anywho, this water sign, they could be mad at you because they feel like, okay, well, you told them the answer was no and the answer was yes, and you was either supposed to change the direction of somebody else and or now that you change the direction of how they see you, and they don't want to humiliate you when it comes to a situation, but they feel like, okay, well, you need to court somebody that's going to be balanced and or generous. Because somebody could be looking at you based off of a decision that you made regarding an ex. That might be what it is. Okay. I was going to say the initial R could also be important. This new Virgo. Let's see. Somebody could want to create something very fast and or try to nurture you very quickly. This is one-sided. So somebody's going to try to love bomb you. And once you realize this, okay, whatever this is fake. Whatever this is because they're going through an emergency. They want you to give them to them some type of charity or whatever this is, and you balance this out. Then they're going to turn their back on you and say, okay, well, I didn't care anyway. I was still trying to make something work, or you think that you're better than me, or they're going to try to compare it. Okay, so I think this is going to be small potatoes, but it just may be something that's annoying that you end up digesting. Maybe you eat something that's not too good, or don't sit too well in your tummy. All right, so we got who loves you, who's against you. Let's see who's watching you, Virgo. Who's watching you? There's a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Heavy on the water sign. For sure, Scorpio. There's an Aries. Heavy on the Aries. There's also a Libra. Somebody's being very clear about a situation, and or they're trying to make sure that they have a clear decision and or clear proof, so that way they can make some type of judgment. But they're still trying to be realistic and open-minded. It's like, okay, well, they know that you can't really control the situation, and or that this is not something that they're going to be able to dominate, but they still are willing to move forward if you go through a transition. Somebody also could feel like if this is a water sign and or an Aries, it's like, okay, well, initially they thought there was something that was honest and or truthful about your situation and why it seems like you were unstable, and they were willing to move forward and help you change. Now somebody feels like this is part of some type of self-sabotage, or that you've been doing it to yourself. That if you had some type of patience and you were continuing to work with someone else that's around, that you would be able to grow and get through some type of challenge. But based on some type of fears and illusions, you put yourself in your head and started having some type of secret agenda. Are they going to talk to you about this? No, they're not. But they're anxious about it. They have some type of fear. They also feel like this Sagittarius, this Gemini, or whoever this is around you. They feel like, okay, well, there's going to be some type of guilt and or regret when it comes to this person. And so they may try to protect them. It's like, okay, well, look, I don't want you to feel trapped, or I want you to avoid some type of issue. So they may end up going talking to this person. And it's like, okay, well, or maybe they did. If they haven't already, they may be doing so by Libra season. And somebody may separate themselves and say, okay, well, look, I know that you think that this is going to be a romantic offer or proposal, but I'm just having fun. Somebody may tell you something all of a sudden, and this could be why. Yeah, an Aries or a Cancer, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Taurus. Somebody goes and says something. All right, let's move on. Do you have any frenemies? Anybody that shouldn't be around you? Yes, you do. Somebody that sees your value. They feel, okay, well, you have some type of finances, some type of success, or you're able to do things for yourself. Who is this? This could be a Sagittarius and or a Leo. This also could be a Libra, an Aquarius. All right, so somebody's going to come towards you like, okay, well, yeah, I see that you're faithful. They're going to big up your ego and make you feel like you're super much dependable. You're sincere. And then they're going to be like, okay, well, damn, now I'm confused. Or, oh, yeah, I just didn't see it. They're going to start to act like there's some type of blind spot to confirming something with you. They're not going to be as available and or as excited to be around. And this is going to cause some type of aggression, especially by Aries season. You may feel completely thrown off. This definitely could be a Leo, a Cancer, a Leo for sure, an Aries, or a Libra. They're a frenemy. All right. You could be seeing angel numbers because I just seen 333. Let's talk about your ex really quickly. And then we'll go into new love. And then we'll do your spicy reading. All right. Well, who is this ex that we're talking about? This could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. An air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And or an Aries. Something about the number 203. Something about a hotel could be important. And or somebody having your debit card, you paying for something when it comes to them. Somebody could know that they're trying to have a fresh start with somebody else. And so they feel, okay, well, but while I'm going through this, I feel like there's something that they have to be persistent about, or there's something that they feel like they have to gear up for. So it's like, okay, well, let me just figure out how we can hold on to this desire, to this idea, and or thought that we can get some type of success here. Somebody feels like y'all have already wrapped something up. Y'all already have tried a situation, or you guys have already had some type of fulfillment. It's like, oh, yeah, that was back when I was in high school. That was back when I was in college. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. There's some type of desire, and I was super ready to hold on, but there was some type of challenge, and somebody felt embarrassed and felt like they just had to move on and have a new start. And so they're still holding on to some type of information when it comes to it, but they're just being patient and or just trying to find some type of meaning. So it's like, okay, well, we don't really need to talk about it at this point in time because everybody done went through a different kind of transition. But somebody can still feel like there's something that you're obsessed with and or there's still something that you like to indulge in. Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, let me just figure out how I can contribute to this. So that way you'll feel like this is something that's going to add up. And then until they're ready to walk away, once they feel like they got some type of resources. What season are they planning on walking away? This could be by Libra season. So everything could be, there could be something that feels a little steady right now. I'm not going to lie to you, Virgo. But there could be something by Libra season. There are things that you just can't go back towards. Something about the 20th could be important. The 20th and the 21st in Libra season. Whatever month that is. So make sure you're getting some type of rest. Allow yourself to kind of retreat and renew yourself. Even if you feel like, okay, well, there's something that you're not sure how something's going to transition, or you're not sure if somebody's going to talk to you about a situation. You no longer want to avoid something so that way you can be patient. But you already know that there's going to have to be a new start when it comes to this, and or somebody's off to a new start. Somebody's willing to persevere, even if they feel like, okay, well, I'm not sure how much energy I'll have and or how something's going to progress, or if I have to wait on something. But they want to block any type of desires that they feel like is going to make them completely lose a resource and or commit, or not going to allow them to commit to whoever they are. So just FYI when it comes to that. So now I would say by Aquarius season, you should feel refreshed from any type of emotions that you feel like you've been disappointed in throughout Libra season. All right. Any other exes that we need to talk about? There's this Sagittarius. Okay, so somebody is feeling some type of burden right now. They feel like there's a whole lot of responsibility on them, and they're anxious by this. They're anxious about not hitting some type of milestone, and or there be some type of issue with their home. Them not, I don't know if they're graduating or whatever this case may be. They also may be feeling some type of anxiety because, again, there's an Aries, a Gemini, having a Gemini, a Taurus, and or a Capricorn that's around, a Scorpio. And this person, whoever approaches them, is actually not toxic. It's like, okay, well, now they feel the burden of some type of anxiety. They feel, okay, well, I want to be able to release anything that's stagnating me from not hitting some type of milestone. Somebody feels like, okay, well, I'm not sure what direction I should be going in, but at the same time, they don't want to play it safe. They don't want to play it small, and this is going to bring an obstacle to their long-term goal. Now, when it comes to you at this point in time, somebody could feel like, okay, well, yes, there's some type of happiness and or some type of alignment. This could be something that we can support, or we had this in the beginning. Somebody still feels like you look good. You have some type of confidence in or independence. Even if you get overly emotional, or even if you can become bitter from time to time. Somebody feels like you have been able to rethink your approach, but they feel like there is still some type of scarcity here, or something that you're trying to control when it comes to you resisting some type of change. So they're just willing to ignore it long term. You could be seeing 10-10, and or again, that could be just something that's ending, so something that you feel like you've been contributing to a long time. But just something that you feel like, okay, well, it's been the perfect setup for a while. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about new love. So let's get another deck. Let's go down here. Let's see what's going on with you in new love. Make sure you're not rushing things to the altar, but you could definitely be getting married. If you feel like you get married too quickly, know that you will be able to weather some type of storm. Okay, you just may be in different worlds. Y'all may have different plans and or just see things from a different perspective. Something about a movie from the show A Different World. But this is also given, I'm gonna be honest, somebody's gonna be a safe space for you after they try to go back to somebody else. So you're gonna have to fight their own ego. So this is why you can't rush. Who are you dealing with, Virgo? You dealing with another Virgo, or this is gonna be you? Somebody's not going to be able to rush things with you, or they're going to feel like, damn, I shouldn't have rushed things with you. This could be a fire sign, more specifically an Aries, a Leo, a Cancer, and Aquarius. So maybe at the point in time that you meet this new person, you're going to be strategic. It's like, okay, well, you know what? I'll just think ahead. And at the point in time that things become a wish granted, you'll take action, or you'll just be excited that this is what you have. You'll make this something secure, and you'll make sure that somebody that you're secure with feels connected. But it's unlikely that it's going to pay out that way, because strategically you wish the person that you feel like is a wish granted come back towards you. Yeah, you could be going through some type of breakup and you feel, okay, well, yes, you want somebody to come back towards you and have some type of freedom and some type of balance. You want to both be able to celebrate and or hit some type of milestone. But that may not work either. So at the point in time that you're feeling, okay, well, let me just celebrate the person that you're dealing with, they may either end up in a situation that they feel like, okay, well, I need some type of time. They're disinterested. They have to move away. They got to take care of a family member. There could be some type of issue between y'all. And then you're going to recognize, like, okay, well, whatever this unconditional bond or love is, it's like really, really 50-50. So y'all going to be in two different worlds and or kind of separate. But it's also given like, either you gonna see somebody get married, Virgo, or somebody's gonna see you get married and say, oh, I should stop this, or I don't want this other person to get married, but I'm still attached to one person. There could be some type of drama when it comes to it. So you're gonna have to weather some type of storm. Now, who's gonna be rushing things initially? I definitely think it's gonna be them. So we do have this Leo again and or this Aquarius that keeps popping out. Okay, so another thing's it's gonna start very quickly. Y'all gonna have to slow down when it comes to it. And I told you, the storm, it's gonna be some type of excess baggage. It's gonna be something from the past or some type of heavy burden, some type of separation that they're going through or that you're going through. It's like, okay, well, damn, it really has been, it could be you. A long journey, or it could be them because they popped out. A Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius. A Taurus. And somebody could feel like, okay, well, I'm trying to restore this, or they've been trying to restore this, or giving somebody some type of time to explore to see, okay, well, great. Can we unresolve these issues now? Let me figure out if I can extend myself or do something, slowly but surely to get this person excited. So there's going to be some type of disconnection, but it seems like you guys are going to try to make something work. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to feel like, okay, well, let's just change directions. Even if we're not as in sync as we once thought we were, let's go ahead and be certain about a situation. Even if there's some type of disengagement. So you may end up committing to somebody, and it's just like you're settling. I ain't going to lie to you. All right. Do you have to settle is the question. No, you don't have to. But you may take the opportunity to do so because you're in your head either about some type of time, you're in your head about some type of humiliation, some type of issue, and or somebody walking away. Is this someone else? Okay. So you see somebody else get married. It's like all of a sudden somebody else that you thought was delayed or moving slowly, it seems like they end up taking some type of action. Maybe they don't tell you that they're working with someone else. This could be a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, and Leo. They don't tell you, it's okay, well, things slow down between y'all. They start working around or working with other things in their life. Then they end up sleeping with someone and say, okay, well, you know what? Actually, I can kind of surrender to this, even if they're still side-eyeing themselves or they're still side-eyeing some type of fixation on an opportunity with you or something being new or presented to them or how something's going to be presented to them. And it's like, okay, well, damn, you see somebody get married or move on. It's like, okay, well, I have to make a decision. Let me just take this opportunity with whoever I'm tied to now. And even if I'm side-eyeing this person, I'll just make this decision and move forward. Because you feel like there is some type of security. They are supportive or, they can be empathetic from time to time. At least to a child, if not you. So, that's the reason why you settle. Because you're rushing it or you see somebody else get married and it makes you panic. So you can avoid that, okay? FYI when it comes to it. Let's see. One more question about this new love. Do you know this person at this point in time? Yes, you do. But there could be some type of confusions between y'all. So you may not know it's them and they may not know it's you. Somebody could be focused on some type of confidence, focused on their career, focused on getting something together. It's okay, well, I'll recognize something at the point in time that I'm ready for it, or they have to have a good luck. And maybe right now you feel like there's something that you need to restructure and or you need to focus on. So that way you don't feel like you're disinterested in moving forward and or that you can't do something the way that you want to. All right. Now, let's go into your, it's almost your birthday. So let's talk about your sex life between now and your birthday. Let's see. No, if this is this video is getting kind of long, so I might have to put this on YouTube. I know you wanted it on TikTok, but I don't know about the time frame. All right, let's see. Between now and your birthday, Virgo, who wants to sleep with you? We'll figure out if you should, if you will anyway. Okay, so there could be a Gemini. There's an Aquarius, an Aries. Virgo, you could be wanting to sleep with yourself, or there could be another Virgo. Maybe you're just self-pleasuring. Heavy on the Virgo. There's an Aries out here, a Cancer. Heavy on this Virgo, an Aquarius. The Sagittarius, maybe, but if this is like, they're just enthusiastic for some type of ego. They just want something to be in their face at this point in time. So it's like, I'll get to you at the point in time that I get to you. So, let's see. This Virgo, is this another Virgo? Yeah, it is. But this could be somebody that actually doesn't have the same type of money, so they don't really balance things out the way that you do. Something's going to be one-sided when it comes to their wishes being fulfilled. So it's like, you could have just escaped this. You could have moved on when it comes to it. Yeah, you definitely could have avoided them. But somebody could be coming towards you because they're trapped in their head. And honestly, they could be coming towards you. It's like, oh, I just wanted to send myself, see if you need some type of help. Oh, I can bear some type of fruit. I have some type of money, or whatever the case may be. They could be sending you some type of message, or just trying to help you out when it comes to a situation. But somebody's lying. They are. They don't actually have whatever it is that they're trying to tell you that they do. And so it's like, okay, well, damn, at the point in time that you actually offer this or you take this, you're like, oh, well, you know, I was, but, oh, well, yeah, there's something that they're going to get caught up trying to do and or say. So you shouldn't sleep with the Virgo because you're not going to like it. It's not going to be worth it. It's only for themselves, but the opportunity is going to be there. All right, should you sleep with this Cancer? No, not at all. Especially if there's going to be some type of conflict. This Cancer could have been dealing with the fire sign, a water sign. Heavy on the fire sign. Somebody's going back and forth right now. There's some type of obstacle that's making them feel like, okay, well, I can have a one-night stand, or I just want to be moody. I can fall into some type of deception, or let me just figure out if you're still doing this, or whatever the case may be. They just want to make some type of choice. Heavy on the Leo. So it's going to be up to you to protect yourself and or stand up to this. Because if there's a past person around and or just somebody around them, this could be a Scorpio around you. A Scorpio or an earth sign, maybe even an Aquarius. And somebody's able to be generous and or comfortable right now. They're confident in some type of decision because they feel like something happened in the past. But at the point in time that they feel like, okay, well, there's some type of current deception, some type of challenge that they see in or hear, then somebody's guard going to go completely up and you're going to lose somebody in your network. So no to this Cancer. And there are you, Virgo. So if somebody's coming towards you, and let's say you don't know who this person is, and they have somebody, you don't know who they deal with, you're going to have to tell somebody no once you find out they're a Cancer. Because once you kind of put your head down, you'll see that there's a Virgo or this Leo to keep popping back out. It's very assertive about trying to maintain some type of control based off of how they were confronted and or something that they thought was going to be theirs. Something that's one-sided. So the Cancer is a headache. So no, they got somebody in their past that you just don't need to deal with. Or if you know them personally somehow, some way, no. Because y'all both know somebody. All right, the Pisces. You sleeping with the Pisces? Yeah, I think you may sleep with the Pisces. You may like it. I feel like this one could be successful. This could be in fire sign season, between fire sign, maybe a little bit after your birthday, maybe going into Libra season. You may decide like, okay, well, you know what? Somebody has some type of optimism. Somebody is very much spontaneous, or somebody could make you feel like you're hitting some type of milestone or something that's successful. Now, there could be some type of regret or some type of spilled milk that happens or some type of small accident, a fender bender, or whatever the case may be. But overall, you feel like something is cheerful. It's like a really good decision. So, yeah, sleep with the Pisces. Protected, have fun. What's with this Aries? No, absolutely not. I don't care what they tell you. There's some type of danger that's happening here. Somebody can't sleep, and or I'm not saying somebody's trying to plot a situation, but they know something's going on with their body. They know that something's going on with their house, with somebody around them, whatever this is. There's some type of danger here. And somebody's like, okay, well, I can make you feel like you can control the situation and or that you're in power. You can move forward with clarity. If you want a relationship, sure, I'll feed into this as well. Just to avoid this. And when it's time to move on, somebody's going to have you trapped in your head. Absolutely not to the Aries, yes to the Pisces. This Gemini. Yeah, you can to the Gemini. But there could be something that's remaining stuck between y'all, so it's not going to last long. Somebody already knows when it comes to making this work that they're going to have to take some type of responsibility for any type of trouble that's coming. And if they end up overwhelmed because they're sleeping with you, then, you know, that's just on them. But they may present an opportunity to do so. They feel, okay, well, I'm just trying to balance out how I'm feeling when it comes to them being overwhelmed. Yeah, they're trying to get out of feeling disappointed. But this person lacks a type of self-awareness. So you actually need to control it and separate yourself from them. Because somehow there's a Libra around, this Pisces, heavy on the Libra, an Aquarius, a Capricorn, or a Leo around as well. And somebody's like, okay, well, I'm going to completely walk away and separate myself because it seems like whatever it is that you're committed to or whatever you're trying to balance out, this is not being communicated with long term. So somebody feel like there's too much deception. They're going to give up on that as well. So I feel like your best bet between now and your birthday is the Pisces. All right. So about the numbers 517. The number 3, 5 could also be important. Confirmations. Let this go for good. You need to let something go for good. Somebody feels caught. Okay. You could be abstaining and or you're going to need to. Someone is a groom or was recently married. And they may end up feeling caught. This could be somebody within your friend group. Grown folks make choices. So somebody could be like, okay, well, yeah, you're too old to be saying this, or no, you know better, or you're saying this to somebody else. Someone around you could need some type of alcohol or medicine or drugs to have sex. Someone could die without a will or insurance. And my condolences if you lose someone. There's a masculine that's going to respect you and or a masculine that you're going to respect. You could be nervous to go to somebody's house. The initial V could be important, first, middle, or last. Don't go back and forth. Delete them. A company could be baiting you, okay, to try to get you to do something. A client, a customer, somebody could be trying to bait you into something, so be careful. Someone's going to get with the program quickly. You could be using public Wi-Fi, and or it's like you realize that your Wi-Fi isn't working. You could be watching a couple fake some type of happiness, and they are going to break up. Letting them come over is not a good idea. All right. Something about a plan B could be important. Even if this is not for you, this could be for somebody else. Maybe they tried to take one, they still ended up pregnant. Some type of kids could be climbing all over you or furniture. You could be feeling the weight of being a parent or someone else around you is. There's a new Libra that's around. It actually did hurt you and or hurt your feelings to move on, but you have to. Something about a drinking class or a parenting class could be important. If not for you, then someone around.